And I just feel like my whole life, like everything has just been yoinked from me, like from being 5 years old. Like my mom died. I'm 27 right now, but my dad just died August 16th. Like everything has been taken from me right now. Like my life's work, bro. Like I said, my apartment, my boyfriend, my car, all of my items, like everything that I've worked for, my entire existence, bro. Like everything these past 27 years is just been yoinked. It's just been gone. Hello and welcome to Black Woman Things. I am Tyra, and today we are going to be talking about the fact that I am homeless. Yes, ma'am. I said homeless. Okay. So for the past 4 years, I have been living with my boyfriend in separate bedrooms. The separate bedrooms is a whole nother video, but living with my boyfriend. And over these 4 years, I've really developed as a woman, like from 23 to now being 27 years old. I am just in a completely different place, and I realize I need my own space. It's been cute the last 4 years sharing a space with my man, but I need my own space. So lucky for me, I ended up getting a new job that was paying me a significant amount more than I was currently being paid. And so I saved up a couple of checks. I saved about $10,000, and I was like, you know what? Now I'm ready to go and move into my own apartment. So I went searching high and low. I found me a little place. It was a studio apartment. It was 800 square foot. It was like 1,500. No, it was 1520 every month to live there by myself, and I was very happy with that. I had my friends over all the time, constantly just like going out and just really living, because when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's really easy to forget who you are and to try and sort of morph into the same person versus staying on your path. And I feel like me being in a relationship, that's what happened with me. Like I definitely sort of started to morph into, you know what I mean, a life of one versus a life of I myself, here's my partner. And so me stepping out and getting my own place was a big step for me, and actually moving into staying on my own path like I'm talking about. So for me, I moved into my own apartment, and everything was kosher. My boyfriend helped me move all my stuff. One of my friends helped me move all my stuff. It honestly was the perfect apartment. I wasn't finished decorating it by the time I ended up moving out, so I don't have any like fully decorated videos to show you, but you should be currently looking at video of my apartment and seeing the different rooms and stuff. It's empty, but let the record show, man, if you have something and you love it, just make sure you take pictures in it, with you and it, so that way if anything happens, like me losing my apartment, you will actually have the proof. Well, I don't want to say proof that you had it, because I'm sure you have a lease, but at least you would have visual representation of what it is that you had, before you lost it. So anyways, okay. I get a new job. I save up $10,000. I get this new apartment. This is my puppy. He is insane. You guys haven't met him, but this is my puppy. His name is Kobe. He's going to get his own little video here soon. But anyways, I moved into the apartment, and my first couple nights there, I was definitely very concerned because I wasn't used to living alone. It had been like 4 years since I actually lived with anybody, live without anybody rather. And so to be somewhere where it's pitch black and you can't hear anybody, you don't see nothing, like it's just the outside noise and you, but I ran to my bedroom my first night in my apartment. I ran to my bedroom and I locked the door because I was scared, because it was all dark and there was nobody in there. So yeah, my time in my apartment was brief. It was 5 months, okay? And I was so proud of myself, like just every day coming home and closing the door, and also like having my boyfriend come over, like when or just going to his apartment when he wants to see me. It was just amazing, really, truly, honestly. And I felt like my relationship got so much better because we lived apart as well, because it's not, oh, we're seeing each other because we live in the same place and we have to because we're making eye contact. It's like we made plans to see each other for this amount of time, and it got to the point where we were almost seeing each other all the time, like almost every single day, even though he had his own apartment and I had my own apartment. But anyways, after 5 months, I ended up losing my job, which I'm suing for because it was wrongful termination. You can click right here to check out this video that I already did on it if you want to know, into more detail about the whole job piece. But me losing the job means I lost my income. I didn't have any sort of severance package or anything like that. So as soon as they fired me, within 2 weeks, I knew I was losing my apartment because I couldn't afford the 1520 anymore. And 1520 is just rent. That's not my internet. That's not my electric. That's not my water. That's not my sewer. So as soon as I lost my job, it was like immediate, like, damn, I'm losing my apartment. And then luckily my boyfriend, like I said, he had his own apartment. So it's like, okay, I would just move in with you. So I moved in with my boyfriend. I lived with him for 9 days exactly. And in those 9 days of moving back in with each other, it was very, very clear that we should stay living separately. And because I don't have money to live apart, obviously we were living together, but the relationship, there's no way we could have continued on just staying in the same space. It was pertinent that I got my own space. But before I was able to find my own space, unfortunately, sorry, it's my puppy. Before I was able to find my own space, we actually ended up breaking up. I'm going to do a whole separate video on the breakup and what happened and why it happened and all of that. But we ended up breaking up. And I don't know about you, but if we break up, I'm not staying in the same house as you. It was a 1-bedroom apartment because that's where he lived alone, just as I lived alone. And the reason why I gave up my apartment to move with him is because his apartment was close to his job. I didn't have a job anymore, so it didn't make sense for him to make the commute from my job, or not from my job, from my apartment all the way to his job, which would have been, I mean, with traffic, like an hour plus drive every day, there and back. So I completely understood me moving in with him. But like I said, we broke up. And we're not the type of people that, oh, we're not together anymore, so we about to be up under each other in the same house. That's just not the T, Christine. We don't do that. So I ended up packing up. Well, not even packing up because I hadn't fully unpacked all my stuff to begin with. So I just kept my stuff in boxes, and then anything that I unpacked, I packed back up. I bought a storage unit, put everything in storage, and I've just been with roommates and with friends. For the time being, I'm homeless. I don't have an apartment. I don't have a lease. I don't have family to pay, for a new apartment for me, or the apartment that I was living in, I didn't have anybody to pay the rent for it. So luckily, I'm a bubbly person. I'm a nice person. You're watching this video, so clearly you think so too. So people are willing to open their doors to me and help me out. But yeah, man, I'm homeless as fuck. It's just crazy that you can go from being in a relationship and having your own car and having your own apartment to going through a breakup and losing your job and losing your apartment. And it's just like everything is so relative, man. Like you just truly never know like what is going to happen. Like you never know what's going to happen. Like you think shit is sweet, and then like in an instant, boy, that shit is like, it's just gone. And just for me, I'm just so thankful that I am a nice person. And what I mean by a nice person is that I have friends who like me. Like I have friends who are willing to open the doors to me. I have, people who are willing to be like, hey, you can be a roommate with me, just because of who I am as a person. And then so TikTok, I'm talking to YouTube, and then YouTube, I'm talking to TikTok. So TikTok just said that, life changes in an instant. It does. That's why I always say, like, you can never get too comfortable, like, because as soon as you get comfortable, wig snatched immediately. It don't matter how much got to pee you put on that hoe, like, just immediate snatchery. And I just feel like my whole life, like, everything has just been yoinked from me, like, from being 5 years old. Like, my mom died. I'm 27 right now, but my dad just died August 16th. Like, everything has been taken from me right now. Like, my life's work, bro. Like I said, my apartment, my boyfriend, my car, all of my items, like everything that I've worked for, my entire existence, bro. Like everything these past 27 years, is just been yoinked. It's just been gone. And it's like, okay, sure, I have a storage unit, so I have some of my items, but it's like, what am I supposed to do with the stuff, right? Like, I'm sleeping on couches, like I'm sleeping on the floor, like yeah, I mean, like, what am I gonna do with a lamp that looks like a shell if I don't have anywhere to go? So I'm just in like this really weird space right now, and like I know a lot of you guys be like, "Where you been? I miss you." It's like, bitch, I'm homeless. Like, you want me to get on this camera and like talk to you and be all gung ho and yada yada yada, but it's just like, when am I ever going to be in the mood to get on here and tell potentially 20,000 people that I'm homeless and I failed at life? I feel like a lot of you guys followed me because, I'm a college graduate. I'm a military veteran because, I landed a six-figure job because, I landed, a gorgeous boyfriend. We on a track to being engaged. Like, I feel like these are all, like I said, my life's work, bruh. Like, I feel like everything, all this shit, like I worked for it. I've told y'all about, y'all watched me do it, and now it's just gone. And it's just like, I don't feel confident enough to pick up a camera and like start talking. I don't feel, yeah, I mean, entertaining. I don't feel funny. I don't feel inspiring. Like, I just feel like a failure. And it's like, I feel like with the internet, like anybody can just like pick up a camera and say whatever, what have you. But I just feel like what makes you different is if 100 you're saying something that's different. And for me, I feel like I was saying something different. I was doing something different. My story is different than everybody else's. And it's just like me having a different story and being special, you know, it didn't change the fact that I'm homeless right now. Like, it didn't change the fact that everything's gone. And I just feel like for me right now, it just really helped me believe, like, when it comes to the whole job piece, like, never get too comfortable. Never have a job and feel like, oh, like, they're never going to fire me. Like, make sure you keep your ear to the street. Like, even if you're not going to take a job, make sure you're interviewing. 1 or 2 interviews a month, like serious ones that you would actually consider. Because if the job lets you go, what are you going to do? And my second thing too would be, if you have an apartment or if you have a partner, make sure you got at least like, shit, I don't even know, some kind of savings. Like, did people be saying like you need 6 months of savings? But I don't know about you. How the fuck am I supposed to save 6 months of savings? Like, how much money do you think I get paid? Like, it's going to take me like 6 years to save 6 months of savings. Like, I don't know. I don't know what type of time y'all niggas on, but like, I don't make enough money for all that. So for me, to be honest, like, I really jumped the gun by moving out because I didn't have like that nest egg. So if something happened, like it surely did, I don't have the ability to, you know what I mean, like stay here and figure it out. So like I said, my advice, so you don't end up like me crying on the internet to strangers, is um, if you're living with somebody, make sure you have a nest egg. If you have a job, make sure you're always continuing to look, because I live in Maryland where they can fire you for no reason. I was fired wrongfully, so I'm suing these hoes. But I live in a state where they can fire you, you know what I mean, just because. And so, you want to make sure you just keep your ear to the street so you never, you know what I mean, are like caught lacking. And then I wrote like out the things that I wanted to share with y'all so that y'all don't end up like me, okay? That's the whole purpose of this. Also, know your housing resources. So in this, like, once I found out that I was going to be homeless and I couldn't afford my rent anymore, I started like calling like everywhere that I could to try and find resources for housing. And there's a lot of stuff for like women, and children, for veterans. But I don't know if y'all know this. You have to be sober to be in a lot of these places. Now, to be clear, I dabble in the THC. That's it. And they test for THC. And if you test positive, then you can't live there. So, like, I'm homeless as fuck because I like a little weed. Like, bro. Like, I went through this whole process with this one place. I was going to have a studio apartment. I got all the way down to the end. And then they were like, we need drug test you. And I was like, why? And they're like, oh, this is a sober living facility. All of our facilities are sober living facilities. And I was like, okay, well, I'm on different medication. That's a whole nother video. But I smoke weed. That's what we gonna stick with on this one. And me smoking weed, I was like, I have a prescription, bro. Like, I'm a medical patient. This is my medication. This is one of the medications I'm on. And they was like, oh, well, we're sober living facilities, so you can't, be on medications that we have banned. And I'm like, bro, how you gonna ban weed? Like, like, bro, I have a prescription. Like, you really, you're really losing me with the prescription. And then there was something else like methamphetamines and benzos and stuff. Some of my other medication, it contains these. And I'm not out here, yeah, I mean, tweaking. I'm out here like actively trying to take care of my mental health because I got chemical imbalances in this bitch. So it's just so crazy that you can have a chemical imbalance and be denied housing. Like, be denied housing because of the medication that you take. That's just really crazy to me. But yeah, my friends, I'm homeless as fuck. If you want to help me, I will link down below to, my Venmo, and my Cash App. My Cash App is Tyra, AT1RA, Cash App, and then on Venmo is BlackWomanThings. I'll put it on the screen so that way you can see on YouTube, and then TikTok. I just told you, click my link tree in my bio to donate. Because like I said, I'm homeless as fuck. I have family, but my family is just as poor as I am. They all living stacked up in a home together. You know what I mean? Some people, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have nowhere to go themselves. Like, so it's just crazy that you can really be born like poor. Both your parents, who were also born poor, can die, and then you're just alone from poor, are poor, and you can do everything right. Like I said, y'all, like, I graduated high school with like a great GPA. I graduated, yeah, I mean, college with a good GPA. I graduated, yeah, I mean, like, school in the Army National Guard with a freaking great GPA. Like, man, like I said, I did all the shit, man. The house, the car, the boyfriend, all that shit, and all that shit is gone now. And it's just like, bro, like, it's just crazy to me. And it's like, I'm that person in people's lives where I'm the strong friend, right? Like, everybody is like, let's go to Tyra when we have a question. She's going to be able to help us out. Oh, I'm sad. Let me reach out to Tyra. Bro, I got a friend who just attempted, like, within the last 2 weeks. And it's like, a lot of my friends are like going through like crazy shit right now. And it's like, I'm the person that they're going to talk to. And bro, I don't even have a home. Like, I don't even have a home. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I just feel like, do I need to be a terrible person? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that tea? Like, should I just be a terrible human being, and then, like, even if things still end up bad, at least I'm doing what I want because I'm being a terrible person. Like, so I'm 27 years old. YouTube, TikTok has asked me how old am I. I'm 27. I actually just turned 27 in August. So, yeah, I lost both my parents at 26, turned 27, lost my apartment, lost my car, lost my boyfriend, lost my job. Like, it's just really, bruh, it's crazy as hell. But I just, like, honestly, I haven't made a video in like 6 months. Like, before, like 2 days ago, I hadn't made a video in 6 months, and it's because of all the stuff that's been going on. And it's like, honestly, I feel ashamed. Like, how can I get on this camera and be talking shit about shit, and I'm not shit? You know what I mean? So, yeah. I hope this is inspiring. I hope that you learned something from me. I hope that you learned, if you get a new job, make sure you're still looking for jobs, and make sure you keep some savings. If you live alone, make sure you keep some savings. Anything that you can possibly save. And then also just make sure you're a nice person, so that way if you're in a situation where you lose your house or you lose your car, you're able to go somewhere like with your friends or something like that. Because like I said, there's facilities and stuff like that, but there's caveats. A lot of these places, these homeless shelters and stuff like that, bro, you got to have an income. Like, you need a job to even stay there. Like, it's so crazy. You need a job, you got to be sober. Like, they got this laundry list of stuff that you need in order to like get housing. So like, when I see people like literally sleeping on the pavement now, like, bro, like, I 100% understand, because if I didn't have friends, that would be me. But anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you like this video. Share this video with someone who you think can help me. I usually say share this with someone who you think might like it, but share this with somebody who you think can help me. Like, I'm in Virginia. I'm 27 years old. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. I'm a veteran. My job in the military was human resources. I did it for 4 years. I'm currently still doing human resources, and I have done human resource for nearly 10 years now. I have an exceptional resume. I've got a cover letter. I've got all the things. So yeah, like I said, unfortunately for me, both my parents are, dead, and my family's very poor that is still alive, and, they're not able to help me. So hopefully, somebody can see this and they can help me out. So make sure you like this video, like I said, and share this video with somebody who you think can help. And comment down below, hey, something encouraging, something helpful. I'm really open to anything at this point. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye.